Aries, welcome to the Black Swan Astrology and Mars Ruled Signs. This is Hayes Reed III, also known as the Black Swan, here to give you your Aries season 2022 update and open up the door for you to come in swinging, Aries. You guys know that y'all are pretty much my heart and soul. I am an Aries rising, meaning that I am a Mars ruled sign, and I love Aries. My heart has a soft spot for Aries, and every time I get on my camera to talk about you Aries, I feel like I always have to kind of introduce the video in that way, because I've always been an Aries rising, and I've always been myself. You know what I mean? I've always been genuine. I've always been who I say I'm going to be. I always show up. How I show up however I show up, I show up as I am. And that's the thing about you Aries, is that you show up as you are, and what you see is what you get. What we see is what we get with you, and that is respectable. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that quote that says, when people show you who you are, believe them. Aries, you are such a class act, or I should say, you're such a classic act. In the way that you move, Aries, nobody really moves quite like you do. You, Aries, are the first sign of the zodiac, and that makes you a leader. That makes you unique. That makes you original. That makes you you, and that's your power. So in getting into Aries season 2022, that's pretty much going to be the sum of all I'm going to be saying, because Aries, this is your season. From March 20th up to April 19th, the sun travels through Aries. This Aries season is especially soulful because Chiron, which is the asteroid of the wounded healer, is in Aries at about 13 degrees. I don't even know what degree it's at. But Aries, you have this wounded healer, like you have this mission, Aries, right now. It's currently March 22nd at the time that I'm recording this. And forgive me if I look away from the camera. I'm either like thinking or trying to, channel. And it's just really out of habit. So I'm gonna work on that. I just love you so much, Aries. And I feel that you are going to soar this season, that this is the time that if you choose, you will soar, but you have to choose. I love that I make these videos very conversational and, very kind of interactive for you Aries. And I want to continue to get better for you as I grow. I want to continue to grow and improve my content for you Aries and for Scorpio, because this channel is for Aries and Scorpio. And so we have the sun traveling through Aries. Chiron is there. Eventually, at some point, the sun and Chiron are going to meet. In Aries, I feel like that is going to be something. It's going to be something. It's going to definitely be something, because Chiron is really working on our inner child wounds and working on that psychological update for us, helping us to feel more confident in ourselves, in our actions, in our movements. I believe that that is going to be astronomical for you, Aries. I really, really see you, Aries, having already gathered all this information, having really approached life in a way that helps you to train in your power or to practice your power. Aries, I can see that you have been working to create a lot of new boundaries in your life, looking to looking to surpass a lot of limits, working to turn lemons into lemonade. Aries, you've been doing a lot of work. You've been doing a lot of work. And so what I feel like I really want to do for a minute is just kind of decompress. I took that for you, Aries. Make sure you're taking your breath and drinking your water. You need it. You need the rest, Aries. Aries needs the rest. So with the sun in Aries, Aries season 2022, we have Venus and Mars, with Mars being your ruling planet, both in Aquarius, your 11th house, Aries. Your 11th house of networks and friends and communications, communities, clubs, fraternities. And so this is going to be the most important part of Aries season, is how you are showing up within your communities, how you are showing up for the collective. That's going to be the bulk of what Aries season is going to bring you into. And it's going to help you, it's going to cause you to establish new ground and new boundaries between you and your friends, between you and your job. And Aries, you're working on aiming high. You're working on seeing how far you can reach into the sky. That's Mars in Aquarius. There may be a inclination to approach social media in a new radical way, to approach how you are delivering a message to others in a much more radical way. This could bring you into sudden knee-jerk reactions within groups and within working to really build foundations for yourself for the long run within relationships. There definitely could be conflict and battles, as you are going forth, Aries. You're going to be meeting others. You're going to be, in a lot of ways, clicking or clashing or doing this kind of iron sharpens iron type of bit with those that are in your circle, who are in your social circle. And for a lot of you, what this means is that you're also going to be stepping into higher dimensional timelines where you're going to be meeting your spirit guides and your ancestors to create something to heal as well. And I think that in order for you, Aries, to experience the real level up this time for Aries within Aries season, is you are having to be completely transparent. Completely transparent. That's Mars in Aquarius. Is that your actions, your thoughts, your motivations, your anger, your vitality, your willpower is being directed towards the collective. That's Aquarius. And you're making and paving this road now, Aries. Like, I feel like for you, Aries, like I said, there's been a lot of gathering information, a lot of kind of sitting in your emotions and working to really digest what life and what your surroundings truly mean for you. Aries, in a lot of ways, you've been in a battle within yourself. You've been working to fine tune your sense of harmony with life. And you've been meeting so many different people, coming across so much information along the way that maybe right now, Aries, and this is what Aries season will help you figure out, is what you want to do with all of this stuff, what you want to do with all these connections you've made. So it's going to be a time to get yourself and your ideas out there, get your truths out there so that you can kind of see it, you can kind of apply it and really, really do the work to start to build a structure for yourself, a home, a navigation system. Aries season 2022. We have Mercury that's going to enter Aries on March 28th. That's in 5 days. So once Mercury comes out of Pisces, Aries, you'll already have really received a lot of the clarity and done some type of inner clean sweep. So that by the time Mercury enters Aries, it's like you're fueled, you're vibing, you created some type of plan for yourself that you can put into action, or you will be creating some type of plan. Mercury is in Aries, Mercury being about thoughts, communication. Aries, you're gonna be delivering this new message, or in some ways implementing new ideas. So that feels promising for you. The next card that I have is, sorry, not the next card, but the next transit that I want to address is Mars entering Pisces on April 16th. And I talk about Mars right now because, you know, Mars is your ruling planet. So wherever Mars goes is where you'll be kind of picking up your own flavor, is where you're going to be kind of like the energy of how you're going to be approaching things. Mars entering Pisces on April 16th, 3 days before we end Aries season, is going to be super duper, I'm hearing it as like radically submissive, where you're going to be taking the energy of Mars, the war, the willpower, taking it into Pisces, which is our dreams, the subconscious, and many of you will be starting to create your dreams, starting to make your dreams become real, starting to really embody, for a lot of you, this sense of belief, this psychic nature, this confidence, this open spirit, this openness, this willingness to try anything at least once. That will be kind of the energy. And this will be where a lot of you will start to launch new projects, new visuals, new creative habits, new context, new delivery, new approach completely. Or at least you're going to start to practice being real about your dreams, being real about how you feel, being real about your real vision in the world, what you want to see out in the world. Aries, you have some type of like mission that's building, some type of real purposeful, huge desire that's coming from your soul. Aries season 2022. We're going to have a full moon in Libra on April the 15th. So that's the day before Mars enters Pisces. So Mars is going to enter Pisces right in the middle of that full moon. I feel like Aries, the full moon in Libra, which is your opposite sign, your descendant, your seventh house of relationships, one-on-one connections. This is going to help you to better create harmony in some way, wherever there have been some friction along the way, some stop and go, some stop and start. There's going to be greater understanding and greater developments that you could build upon, greater bridges being built, greater art, greater understanding of what your true heart desire is, more health and healing. So, Aries, I say this, really, really take Aries season slow down. I'm gonna go ahead and start to pull some cards now. And see what comes up for this Aries season 2022 for you. All right. The first card is the Magician. This is perfect. Of course you got the Magician, Aries. Of course you got the Magician. You are a magician, Aries. You're a creator. You're an independent thinking, multifaceted, motivated creator. This is going to be a time of deeper belief regarding your ideas and what it is you're going to be creating and putting out there in the world in this individual way. And it feels really, really sweet, right? It feels sweet to be able to take these things that have been in your head, to be able to take these things that have been kind of gestating and ruminating, and now starting to be able to create it. Does that make sense? And there's just infinite possibility. You know that you have all this infinite, like Aries, you know that you are limitless at this time. This is speaking to your new identity within limitlessness. And I love it for you, Aries. Love that you got the Magician the first time. Wow, and you have another one card. If you don't notice, the Magician is the energy of one. It's the first, number one major arcana card. And then you have the Ace of Cups. So this is really, really all about deeper self-love and deeper appreciation for what it is you're creating. This feels like opportunities are overflowing, like the ideas, the dreams, you're just being filled up, and you're in this like cycle of creativity for yourself that's helping you to feel personally connected. You feel at this point in time very personally connected to everything that you do, Aries. And that is amazing for you for Aries season. This is what you need. You need this. You need this. You need this change. You need this chance to really show to yourself, not even to anybody else, what you can do. So I just see you really kind of coming into your own, Aries. This is a season to come into your own. And we also have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords. Aries, you're no longer fighting yourself anymore. You are really, in a lot of ways, trusting yourself a lot more, trusting in the universe. Aries, you're starting to trust in the universe. You're starting to let things go. You're starting to let bygones be bygones and realize that all you ever really needed was you. And that is the lesson. That's the biggest lesson right there. You're going to be learning a lot about yourself. You're going to be overcoming some things and also reestablishing some things for yourself. So I'm really, really happy about. Sorry, Aries. I had a call and had to go ahead and kind of splice the video up a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull 2 more cards for you and to see what comes through. As I said, I'm really excited about this level of self-acceptance, this level of creativity and limitless potential that you're working with this time, Aries. The 3 of Wands is coming through. We need that. We love that. 3 of Wands. That is the energy of Aries right there, is leading yourself. Like, you're really, really leading yourself. You're no longer leaning on other people to tell you that you're good enough. You're looking towards the future. You're thinking ahead. You're thinking about what you can create, the possibilities. You're seeing the evidence of your faith. You're seeing it all really come together. And that feels good, doesn't it? To finally see a dream or this creative thing come together. And we also, after the 3 of Wands, we come to the 3 of Cups. So you are, in a lot of ways, bringing this to others, gathering your team, and building greater bonds that are going to last you, in a lot of ways, a lifetime, Aries, a lifetime. Aries, you've waited, for some of you, your whole life to get to this point, and you've never felt as assured about what you're creating. Some of you are going to be going back to school. Some of you are going to be launching some type of like YouTube, some type of creative, like informational thing. But however it is that this is going to be happening, whatever you're manifesting, it's going to be purely from the heart, purely from your soul that this manifests. And you cannot be any more joyful at this time. You couldn't be any more impressionable, you know? So I feel as though this is a good place to end. And I'm going to go ahead and wish you well, Aries. I want to say peace and namaste to you. I'm very proud of you. I'm excited. And happy Aries season. This is your season. It's your time to shine. Namaste.